Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on? It's Xiaomanyc, and today we are taking you to New York City Chinatown, and we're going to enjoy noodles from all different parts of China. We're going to go from the south, we're going to go to the central, we're going to go to the north, we're going to go down to the west. We're going to do a little bit of a noodle crawl. And our first stop, we are going over here to S1 Cafe, which is one of my absolute favorite spots for Cantonese, kind of like southern Chinese food. They have really, really amazing stuff from Hong Kong and Guangdong province. Come on guys, check it out. This place is so interesting because it's like a very, very Western style. It's like a cross between East meets West. Just looking at the menu, you wouldn't think like this food is amazing, but actually it's completely mind-blowing. Bread in like Chinese restaurants is like, usually it's gonna be white bread with the crust always cut off. Never any crust on the bread. Unacceptable. You may have had like American style chow mein, but it's totally like the actual like authentic Chinese chow mein in Cantonese, but it's really like thin, a lot crispier, way more delicious. So perfect. It's just got such a, in Cantonese it's called wok hei. It's like, it gets a smokiness from the frying, so it's really, really nice and like smoky and slightly salty. Oh man, perfect texture, mouthfeel. I mean, let's take a look at this one. So these guys, this is called Changfen. Literally means it's intestine noodles because it kind of looks like intestines. This is like a Changfen noodles. It looks a little bit like a noodle, but it's made from rice. Very, very popular in southern China. And they make it through sheets. So you basically make like a big long sheet of this rice and then you kind of fold it over on itself. The sauce is like a little bit of like a miso sauce. Oh my God. Oh. You know what really makes this is the sauce. These guys do this sauce better than anybody in Chinatown or anybody in New York. And it's really, it's so salty and sweet and tart. It just has an amazing, amazing soy sauce, miso, sweet flavor. The rice noodles are so fresh and chewy. This is like a classic Chinese breakfast in southern China. This restaurant is the best. You can't have noodles without lai cha, nai cha in Mandarin. Milk tea, but this isn't like your average everyday bubble tea. Hong Kong style milk tea, which means they make it with like strained and pulled tea, and they make it with condensed milk. So, oh my God. The result is you get, it's not too sweet, but you just get like a really nice, almost like a stringent, slightly bitter flavor, but really, really crisp. Trust me, this stuff is way better than any milk tea you've ever had. It's awesome. Oh, let's go get some more noodles, shall we? So now we're heading to the QQ Cafe. We're going down to Fujian. We're gonna get some classic Fujianese style noodles. So there's a whole region in Chinatown you can go. It's called Fujian, Fuzhou Street. So what we're gonna get here is the ban mian, number 15, yellow noodle with peanut sauce. It's $53. Here we have one of my favorites. These are Fujianese ban mian, they're called. They're a little bit flat, and the noodles are made with egg too. They're wheat and egg noodles. So they're wheat and egg noodles, and they're mixed with a little bit of chives too as well. But really the key thing about these noodles and why they're called ban mian, which literally means mixed noodles, is that they're mixed with peanut sauce. So the whole thing, oh man, it smells like a really nice fragrant peanut butter. It has an awesome texture too. Let's take a bite. So good. It's just really awesome, like chives combined with the peanut flavor, just give it like such a nice, juicy, silky texture. Alright guys, so here we are at Spicy Village, which is noodles from Henan, which is like a province in central China. And they're gonna be a little bit different from what we've been having so far. This is like the perfect lunch food. So very excited to come here to this restaurant. We're going for a little bit of spicy. Here we have some of my favorite noodles from Henan. We're more in sort of central China now. These are wheat noodles, something called hui mian. And if you just saw her back there, we just saw her making these noodles fresh, and the way you make these, really nice, long, flat, thick noodles like this. So good. It's so chewy, it's like bubblegum. In America, there's this kind of like perception that gluten is a bad thing. Like, oh, gluten-free. I'm the opposite. I always look for extra gluten. You know how we love spice on Chow Mein NYC? These guys make their own chili sauce here, and super, super smoky, like almost like a chipotle flavor. Really deep, earthy flavor. So good, very spicy, but wow. So we're here at Lanzhou Lamian, which is Lanzhou tasty hand-pulled noodles. As you can see, they also do, this is like a specialty of a city in in the western area of China. And these guys are real noodle pros. Look at this choice of noodles. What they have here? We got regular HP, ND, I don't even know what that means. Fat HP noodles. This is like Pokemon, HP. Small wad, big wad, regular, rice, knife peeled, skinny noodles, Shanghai thick noodles, glass noodles. So we got noodles up the wazoo here. And this place was even featured on Guy Fieri, so you know it's good. That was a joke, I swear to God. If you did not get that, close this video right now. Nice homemade chilies. Oh, smell that, so good. It smells like candy. It smells like spicy candy. Oh, it's a deep, rich umami flavor of this like homemade chili sauce. All right, so here we have a bowl of the very famous Lanzhou Lamian, which is Lanzhou Lamian. So in China means Lamian, it's like cold. If you listen to the word Lamian, that sounds a little bit like ramen, doesn't it? The reason is because actually the Japanese word ramen comes from the Chinese word Lamian, which means cold noodles. Chinese have their own type of ramen noodles. This is very popular all over China, but particularly in the city of Lanzhou in western China. Typically you'll get beef or lamb with it too. And this restaurant they put in like egg and they put in some vegetables too, so you get a lot of other stuff. And then the noodles here are just classic wheat noodles, similar to the Henan noodles we just got, but they're knife cut. They just have a nice like serrated edge, so really beautiful. Man. And they soak up a little bit of the flavor of the broth and the soup. Such an awesome texture, so juicy. And the beef is like really savory flavor, super umami notes. So, so good. So if you're curious to see like the origin of what a bowl of ramen noodles is like, this is the original like ramen noodles, I guess you could call it that. Of course you have some tripe in it too, which everybody loves tripe. All right guys, so next and last stop, we're going to Yunnan, southwestern China, and we are gonna get a very special type of noodle. Very popular actually in China right now, but it's pretty rare in the US. It's gonna be a great opportunity to enjoy it. It's called mian rice noodles. Please ring go. Wow, this place is weird. Hi, hello. Could like a mian?
5 minutes later.
Hello. Usually the ingredients are gonna be separate. You put the ingredients in with the noodles and then you put in the soup. They put all the ingredients are already in the broth. So we now mix it in with the noodles. Oh, look at that, baby. Oh, that smells so good though. And just like a rich, fragrant broth, super nice flavors. The noodles here are called mian in Chinese, which literally means rice threads. Personally, I don't really like these so much as the wheat noodles, but they're very popular in China, and they're also especially popular with broth and soup like this. And man, the soup smells amazing, absolutely amazing. We got some sauerkraut here. We got some fish. Oh, look at these beautiful noodles. Wow, let's take a bite. Oh, that's so good. So it's like a little bit tart, but also really nice and like a little spicy, nice and slurpable. It's like Chinese spaghetti. Really spicy, but not in the sense of like hot, like spicy just with lots of different spices. You got a little bit of peppery flavors, just really outrageously good. Traditionally, you can put any kind of ingredients you really want into this pot. You got the broth, you got the noodles. People sometimes put in sausage or other kind of things. Check out some of these restaurants because they are all really great and make amazing noodles. And definitely they need your help during this COVID time. So check them out and you are gonna have a great time with these noodles. Thanks for watching the video. See you all next time, people. Love ya. You know, every time I want to include a blooper in the video, it's always like, why?
I'll add some bloopers in this one. You're supposed to take it.
You got some of that, I don't know, I'm not good with spice terms.